Hi, I'm Andy, and this is the first lesson of my series on Introductory Java Programming for AP Computer Science A. In this lesson, I'll show you how to write your very first program in Java, a Hello World program, and then I'll show you two different methods for printing messages to the console window. Let's get started. As is a tradition when learning a new programming language, the first program we'll write is one that simply prints Hello World on the screen. On the first line, we're going to name our class by typing class, followed by the name of this particular file, minus the .java extension. This file is called main.java, so we type class main and then two curly braces. These braces indicate the start and end of a block of code, in this case the start and end of this class. On the next line, we need to make what we call the main method. To do so, we type public static void main string args, and then our two curly braces to indicate the start and end of our main method. So this is a good time to mention one big difficulty in learning Java as opposed to some other languages. In Java, to do even a simple task, you need to include a bunch of confusing bits of code like class and public static void main. This code, what it means and why you need to include it, won't make any sense to you until you've been programming in Java for quite a while. So for now at least, don't worry about those parts of your programs. Just add them in and put all the code you want to see executed within the main method's curly braces. This particular program has just one purpose: printing Hello World on the screen. The line of code that prints messages on the screen in Java is system.out.println, which we usually pronounce as println. After the print line, we put a set of parentheses and then the message to be printed embedded within double quotes. Lastly, we add a semicolon to indicate that this particular line of code is complete. Now we need to run our code, meaning we need to tell the computer's CPU to start executing the instructions that we just wrote. I'll explain exactly how this process works in my next lesson. For now, I'll just click this Run button to see my code execute. As you can see, the CPU successfully executed our instructions and printed a Hello World message to the console. Commands like println that cause some action to happen are called methods in Java. There's another method that causes text to be printed to the console. This one is simply called print. To see the difference between the print and println methods, let's add this code to our program and run it again. So the difference between print and println is that println moves the console's cursor to the next line after printing out its text, while print does not. So after this first print line, the cursor moved down to the next line, while after these two print statements, it did not. Let's tweak our code and see if we can predict what our output will look like. I'll change all the print lines to prints and vice versa. Before running this new code, predict what it will output. Okay, let's see. Again, after print statements, the cursor remains on its current line, while after println statements, it moves down to the next line. And that wraps up this lesson on printing messages to the console with print and println. I'm Andy, and I hope you enjoyed coding with me today. Thanks for watching.